morning.
Good morning, New York. Good morning, New York.
We're going to Brooklyn today. We're going to be spending the day around there. Lola's going to be showing me around. Probably have brunch or lunch. We're going to walk through the Brooklyn Bridge, maybe do some thrift shopping, and and then afterwards we're going to take the ferry back during sunset. So cute.
Y vamos a tomar un matcha aquí.
Aquí mismo. Wow.
Cheers.
It was a lovely sunny day, and Lola and I made our way to the Brooklyn Bridge. She insisted that we had to touch the bridge to legitimately say I had been there. So we did. We talked about everything and anything. How I was finding my job, whether she'd ever consider moving to Brooklyn, and even how neither of us had ever seriously wanted to dye our hair, except for that time in uni when I went red. We took turns yapping and doing pirouettes and found our way to Brooklyn. We sat by the pier, and Lola told me stories that had happened in the flats that could be seen in the distance. Before we knew it, it was lunchtime, so we headed to Williamsburg. We managed to get the last table for two available and enjoyed what was probably the best meal of the whole trip. We savored every bite, leaving our plate spotless, and also leaving room for dessert. With full stomachs and happy hearts, we set off on a thrift shop crawl. We got so distracted shopping that we missed the ferry for sunset. In hindsight, I think it turned out for the better. Seeing the illuminated city from the dark ferry was magical. It felt somewhat unreal, or even fake, and yet every single one of those lit up squares represented people in the comfort of their homes, going about their lives. When we got back, we still had some time to relax before heading out again, so we got cozy and watched a Tim Burton movie.
Longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams, for the story that you are about to be told took place in the holiday world's home.
We've been back home for a bit. We had lunch around Williamsburg at Birds of a Feather, and it was so delicious. And then we just walked around Williamsburg and took the ferry back. And we've been chilling at home, and we're gonna go to a comedy club now and have dinner at Joe's Pizza afterwards. We just had brunch at Apollo Bagels. Really good. I had the salmon one. She had cream cheese and capers. Now we're gonna head to West Village. We're just gonna be walking around, grab a coffee, enjoy the sunny day. It is quite chilly though. But
Can you tell?
Tiene una cara de pancake. Oh my god. The West Village is quintessentially charming. Wandering through its streets can make anyone feel just a bit more sophisticated. We meandered through the neighborhood, eventually making our way to the pier and strolling toward Little Island. I found this floating structure covered in green and orange foliage absolutely beautiful. A peaceful refuge in a concrete jungle. From there, the High Line was next. After a failed attempt to find croquetas for Lola at Little Spain, she suggested we stop for tea at the Chelsea Hotel. We sat there for hours, sipping on exorbitantly expensive tea and people watching. We tried to guess strangers' stories and past lives. Were they staying at the hotel? What had brought them here? And how had those two first met? Eventually, though, we had to go back home. That evening, we hosted a lovely friend dinner and went out dancing later. It is my last morning in New York. We're gonna go out for breakfast soon. Afterwards, I'm gonna be heading to the airport at around midday. So yeah, it's over. It was such a lovely trip. I enjoyed it so much. It didn't feel like short or rushed. I feel like 6 days was a really good amount, except for the fact that I wish I could stay for like longer and longer and longer. But it was so good. And yeah, I'm just like so grateful. And everything I've seen and done, it's really just been like great. Last night we had a very sweet friend dinner, and then we went out to a club, Studio 151, and boogied a bit there, and then came back home. And yeah, I also have a new pimple. I got a pimple on my way here, new one to go back to London, so. There's something I've said to everyone who's asked me about this trip, and that is, it's the first time since I was a little kid that I felt genuinely sad about a holiday being over. New York filmed me with warmth despite its chilly breeze, comfort despite its bustling crowds, and memories I'll cherish forever. Thank you, New York. I hope to see you soon.